YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto, if you can, after the story, go over there, hit me with a like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let me know I'm kicking my stuff. Before I kick into the story, homie, this new design I'm gonna possibly be rocking with the merch, 89 on up, homie. Kind of like some G shit, not no Yee shit, and we just gonna be serving it on a casual look, homie. But anyway, this story right here, I had the homegirl ask me. She said, since you been banging kind of like a lengthy time in Inglewood, what I know about the IVCs, because she watched another channel too, uh, titled Inglewood Legends. And she had just watched a mini doc on mental from IVC. So to dig into the story, yeah, I got a little bit of familiar history with the IVC Crips, homie. And before I start off, homie, I want to say, get these dudes they flowers on their name because dudes in Inglewood know about these dudes, homie. We want to say a Shag Dog from IVC. He kind of was over, had a pass in the bottoms until later on to the different generations start coming about. And I think some things had, took place where it separated his past to just really going all the way to on their side in the IVCs. But you got a Shag Dog, you got a Chip IVC slash 6'9" East Coast, I believe, homie. And also you got Mental, you know what I'm saying, they rapper homeboy, Psych, homie. And then you got Chewy, homie, you know what I'm saying? And it's a few more names, but them just some local main household names, that I'm kind of been heard in my time, homie. So anyway, homie, the IVC Crips, dog, they always had their section over in that area way before my time, homie. You would hear about the homies talk about them dudes, homie, because them dudes' school was Monroe and Morningside, homie. So a few of them used to have to commute to these schools, homie, and take their chances and get down, or get rides and get down. But they had to do a lot of little squabbling by going to them schools over there that was in the central of blood capital on that side of Inglewood at that time, homie. So anyway, homie, when the 105 freeway and all that started coming about getting built, along with the Watergate Crips and the IVCs, people lost little pieces of their turfs, homie. They still resided, but people just lost little pieces of their turf, homie. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to make a long story short, to dive into the story of this banging shit, I remember in my hood, homie, it probably was like 94, around that time, homie. And I remember some IVC Crips that came through our hood, homie, and had chunked it up on us like this or something like this, homie. They had chunked it up on us, homie. And, young and all that, we dive out in the street, we diss and everything. And I'm like, man, what's up with them fools, homie? The homie like, man, them dudes over there on Imperial and all that stuff. So anyway, later on that night, homie, as us drinking, hanging on, later on in that day, let me say, because it was still daytime of all this, homie. So in the midst of them coming through, we jumping in the street, we dishing back, we chunking it up. Hours within of that, we wind up posseing up, getting deep, saying let's go back on the other side of Inglewood into the Imperial Village Crips and taunt them dudes, bang on them dudes, and see what type of festivities can come about. So anyway, homie, in the process of us mounting up, homies is banged out at that time, homie. We wearing curls, we wearing murder ones, which the Crips called lopes. We wearing murder ones, Pendleton, khakis, chucks, Kroger sack steel. This is the attire, homie. So at this time, we hop in the homie cars, everybody's Pendleton up, black khaki jackets on, charcoal gray khakis, white chucks, white, black fat string. Everybody's of the attire, homie. So we slide over there, homie. Homie's got a thing or two, homie. But we really just going over there the who ride, who bang, and this the same way they came through our turf, homie. So anyway, to dive back into the story, homie, as we riding up Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, and get ready to turn up in a spot. By us being kind of under the influence and moving, the homie that's driving, when we get up over there, he turned the corner kind of wicked, which make a little screeching noise out the tires. But we not knowing, as we turn up in there another street we gonna actually run right into a pile of these dudes, homie. And they got houses over there. It's not so many apartments over there. It is, but it's a lot of houses kind of like, behind the scenes over there, homie. It's kind of decent, homie. And back then, them dudes used to hang in driveways and on corners and stuff like that, homie. I'm talking about sometime you could spin through certain parts of Inglewood, like where the Legend Crips was at, and where these IBC Crips was at, and damn near, homie, if you not really thinking so fast, you will forget you still in Inglewood, because you will see that much blue for us to be a city dominated by dime moves, homie. Sometimes you could slip up in them little areas and straight forget. Like, damn, homie, these niggas over here with all this motherfucking blue on, you would think you done slipped in the time zone in LA. So anyway, in the midst of us turning screechers, doing all that, we pull up on the dice game, homie. When we turn the corner, couple corners, we pull up on the dice game with about 20 IBC Crips, homie. Lokes on, blue Pendletons. It was just like on the picture that dude posted on Inglewood Legends. Dudes out there, Lokes on, Shirley Temple curls, Jerry curls, curl bags on. And when we hit the corner, you catch a gang of them dudes in dice game positions, banged out, homie. And I think they draw down, we kind of draw down, and it's just a drawdown, and we pass who banging, homies giving it up. They kind of stuck, canning out, banged out. And we had to kind of like abort mission, homie, because, by us screeching tires and not so familiar with how they hood is cut up in there, it kind of like threw us off and put us on Front Street, homie. So, like I said, as we hit the corner and seen them fools deep, nigga still got light-skinned fools out there banged out, dice still in the nigga hand, and they pointing, cannon banged out, and we looking cannon banged out. We just aborted mission, homie. And like I said, a couple of them dudes started scattering, so we didn't know if they jumped in cars or what. So we hit a couple corners, wind up slipping up out of there and coming back to the turf laughing and shit, but we chunked the hood up, let them know the sniper hood power route, as well as they let us know that was IVC hood, homie. But 89 on up, G stuff, not Ye stuff, and I'm just sending a story. In them 90s, homie, when the IVCs came through our hood, gave it up, and we went through there back in our youthful time to taunt them dudes and bang. But as us turning up in there, we wind up running up on the dice game with about 15, 16 IVCs out there, surely templed up, banged out with curls, on point down for the festivities. So dudes that's banging sometime, homie, young dudes that's not familiar with this culture, or people that's not familiar with this culture, sometimes when dudes ride out to call themselves to go participate in the gang activity, sometimes it don't all the way go the way we plan it, homie, because dudes did used to be on point. We did used to have lookouts, homie. So sometimes we had to abort mission. Every mission wasn't about getting cracking, and every movement wasn't about getting cracking, homie. And I just wanted to put that out there, that the IVCs did used to hang over there, functionable, banged out, and used to play Imperial and play all them hotels on Imperial, along with them doing a little pimping and banging and cripping over there in the same token. So 89 on up, G stuff, not Ye stuff, and I'm just sending it, homie. I'm out.